To your reading. I hope you all are doing good. Thank you for joining me. So today's reading is, will the connection on your mind, will the relationship on your mind evolve into a commitment? Okay, this was actually suggested, so thank you so much for suggesting this reading. We do have 3 groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, if you want to pause the video so you can take some time to choose, feel free, but I shall see you all in your readings. Hiya, if you've chosen this stone, then this reading is for you, the person on your mind. Will your relationship to them evolve into commitment? So we have the Ace of Cups. Sometimes I feel like when I pick just 1 or 2 tarot cards, it just kind of gets straight to the point with the messages, but okay, we'll see. So your relationship, your current connection to the person you're asking about will lead to commitment. The person you're asking about has a lot of compassion and care for you. It feels like they are getting ready to make things official with you as well, and it feels like they're really excited too. They love you and feel like they haven't had a love like this before, you know? They feel like you're their soulmate, that you were made for them, and that you are someone they can see themselves with indefinitely, you know? They just feel like you are perfect for them, really, you know? And they are ready to start this next chapter with you. But I also, one second. But I feel like it feels like they do want to start a next chapter with you. And it does feel like they are eager to do this. But I don't know, it feels like it could take a while. Like it could just take a while for certain things to fall into place. It's not that the intentions aren't there, the feelings aren't there, but it's just being realistic. Like especially if, for example, if you want marriage, you know, it could take a while for, you know, those certain pieces to fall into place. Their intention is there, that's what they want to, but it could just take a minute, you know. But I feel like they are getting ready to at least get the ball rolling, if that makes sense, even though the process could take some time. But I definitely feel like it will be worth it, you know, and you both will be very happy at the end of your new beginning. So I could go on and on, but I feel like I'll just be repeating the same sentiment, you know. So yes, it will turn into a serious commitment. So we have Angel, tap into your higher wisdom. So they feel like you're quite angelic. They feel like you're very sweet and innocent and kind, and they definitely feel like you deserve the best, you know. So below Angel, it says tap into your higher wisdom, and I feel like this is something they're currently doing. They could be, it feels like they're actively trying to get into their heart space. They're actively trying to get themselves in a position to give you what they want and give you what you want. We also have cell phone. Polish your communication skills. So they feel like both of you need to work on your communication skills with each other. They feel like, with the Magician coming out, they feel like that will help you both manifest, achieve the outcome that you want, and be a powerhouse together. Like they feel like if you guys overcome a hurdle in communication, that you guys could be so strong together. So we also have unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So if you're asking about a person who is quite religious, they do feel like you both should turn over your connection to the Most High. So I don't know if this is making a commitment in front of, your higher powers through like a ceremony, whatever it is that you could do in your culture, or their culture. But yeah, they definitely feel like you guys should surrender your relationship to the Most High or to your higher powers, because they feel like if you guys were to have more faith or have your higher powers or the Most High be a part of your relationship, if that makes sense, like making a commitment together to your higher powers or to God or whatever it is that you align with, they feel like that will bring your relationship and your connection, your commitment to you. It will bring it healing, and you guys will be able to work things out easier, and that you guys will be able to work on finding solutions together with the help of your higher powers. I hope that made sense. I know that sounded like I was rambling a little bit. Oh wow. So we have spiritual protection as well, and we have so much purple here. Like we even have purple in the Ace of Cups. And then we have this one little grey area. So we have so much purple. And purple, I feel like that's a symbol for spirituality, right? 1 second, I have to check. Yeah, so they feel like they could, or they already do, share such a spiritual connection with you. But for others of you, it's that too, but they also feel like a serious commitment with you. It feels like they, in their perspective, they feel like they can provide you with maybe luxury, like they could share their wealth with you. Right, that's something they want to do. They want to be able to share their wealth with you. So anyway, we have spiritual protection here. You are being watched over, protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So they do also feel very protective over you. It feels like they could pray for you as well, like they could have you in their good intentions if, praying isn't something they do, but they could have you in their good intentions. But yeah, they feel very protective over you. Do you have more from this one? But it feels like they also want you to turn over your connection to a higher power so that your connection is protected as well, But it feels like they want to be there for you physically, they want to be there for you emotionally and spiritually. So we have here, I'm not with all the drama. Yeah, it feels like this person is ready to, if there is any drama, let me see what the right word could be. Is it? If there's any drama, chaos, uneasiness, present in your connection, then they do want that to be over with. They do want those challenges to be sorted out. So this is something they feel like you both still need to overcome, okay? So we also have random thought, but I love your belly. So please take this one if it resonates, but for some of you here, they could need confirmation that you like them physically. For some of you, I don't know if they have like a belly, but they could want to know if you like them, you know, or are attracted to them, even if they may not be, I don't know how to put this into words. Like, even if they're not super, like, I don't know, how do you put it? But you guys know what I'm saying though. So yeah, they just maybe need confirmation that you do find them attractive. So we also have finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. Yeah, so they do want to take control and move forward with you. It does feel like there are some things that you guys could still need to work through. Maybe even in your individual lives, they feel like, you know, things need to be worked out. But once that has been done, they feel like you both will find it easier to move forward together. So we also have I'm not even sorry. So this person, they feel unapologetic about their feelings for you. They don't feel sorry about their feelings for you. Let me see something. Especially if there are other people involved in your connection. It's like, say for example, I'm not saying this is anyone's situation, but say for example they're currently in a relationship or on their way out of a relationship or a marriage or something like that, then they don't really feel sorry for what they are leaving behind. You know, like they're not sorry for about how they feel about you or about moving forward with you. But it feels like they do recognize that some people are going to be hurt, maybe by your union with them. We also have my mind is elsewhere. Yeah, so their mind is elsewhere right now. With the Six of Cups, their mind could be, you know, on their past or maybe kind of sorting through, you know, things that, like, say, for example, when you guys get together, when you guys do make things official, um, that it just feels like they're focused on the things that they're still currently attached to or still trying to detach from. I mean, if there's any children involved, then they are distracted by their children, making sure everything's okay. That was clarified by the Eight of Cups. So making sure they're okay in their departure. It feels like ultimately they don't, if kids are involved or family is involved, even though they're not sorry for how they feel about you, they they still they still don't want to hurt the people that, I don't want to say leaving behind, but just for like lack of a better word, like for the people they're leaving behind, they still want them to be good. You know, they still want them to be okay and not hurt or disappointed in them, you know. So maybe this is one of the things that they still need to work through before they're able to kind of get on the right track with you. So we also have I want you to trust me enough to let your guard down around me. So it feels like they want you to trust them. They do want you to let your guard down with them. So we also have I'm so horny, I could have anybody, but I want you. So the person you're asking about, they feel like they are quite desirable, but they want to be desired by you, you know? So we also have blah, blah, blah. So they definitely feel like communication between you both sucks right now, but they do feel like it will get better, especially from their side. It feels like they plan on communicating with you more. Even the things that are difficult to talk about, you know? And finally, we have bitter. Okay, so this is about external energy. They feel like other people are going to be or are currently extremely bitter about your relationship to them. I picked it up on the Six of Cups again. So again, it could, if they do have children, it could be that their children, clarified by the Page of Cups, that someone, I don't know if it's maybe a younger sibling, nephews, nieces, I don't know, but some sort of maybe innocent energy is very sad right now. And it feels like the person on your mind, maybe they feel like they need to, I don't know, it doesn't even really feel like they need to be there for them. But it does feel like they are dealing with this energy from external sources, you know? It does feel like they want to work through that before moving forward with you in a significant way. But that is all I have for this group. I do hope it could be helpful, but I am wishing you all the best, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Hi, if you've chosen the second group, this his stone, then this reading is for you, the person on your mind. Will your relationship to them evolve into commitment? So we have the Four of Wands in the upright position. So straight away, yes, your connection, relationship to them will evolve into serious commitment and marriage if that is what you want. So you could be asking about someone you're currently with or someone you were connected to in the past. Maybe it wasn't serious in the past or things ended, whatever the case is. But it feels like they are wanting to reconnect with you the next time they come around. It feels like they will definitely be much more serious. It feels like they are coming back with intention and knowing exactly what they want now, you know? They feel like you both will make a great team. And if you have met this person's family, their family loves you, okay? And they want you to be more involved with their family as well. It feels like they really want to marry you. It feels like they aren't too sure actually on whether or not that's what you want. They could think that you know, still want to be free. Maybe, I don't know if single is the right word, but maybe just independent. Maybe even living by yourself or something like that. Or they could feel like you're focused on other things right now. And they could worry that you aren't really in the space right now to focus on a serious commitment or to, you know, have a serious commitment with them. It's because their intention is on you and their intention could be on marriage, but they feel like your intention is on other things, you know? And not in a bad way. Like you could just have goals and, you know, like, yeah, goals that you're trying to meet. And they feel like you feel a commitment or serious commitment will get in the way of that. You know, whether that's true or not, in their perspective, that's how they feel. But yeah, they feel like you are currently just living your life. They feel like you are having fun. And yeah, it feels like they believe you don't really want a commitment to them. They genuinely feel as though you don't want to be tied to them or maybe even their family. They see you as having so much to offer and they miss you and they care for you. They do think you are too ambitious, which they feel gets in the way of your want and your need for them. They feel like you are focused on your achievements. they feel like you aren't focused on them the way they would like. It may even be people in their ear, like their family. Yeah, they definitely feel this way too, but I feel like someone in their family could have influence on that. Not, I don't know if influence is the right word, but they could agree basically with the person you're asking about. I feel like for some of you, this may not even be the case of you being too ambitious. Even if you are, it just feels like they could want you available to them a lot of the time. I don't want to say 24/7, but 24/7. It feels like you could just be like a normal amount of ambitious. And not, it doesn't feel excessive, at least on my end. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you are really ambitious, but it just feels like they aren't really on board with your ambitions, but it does feel like they are supportive of your ambitions, if that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, whatever the case is, they feel like they need clarity from you before being able to fully commit to you. They also feel like trust is still an issue between you both as well. Okay, so we have X reunite with a lost aspect of your soul. So this person definitely feels like they want to reunite with you, but they also feel like you want to like reconnect with a part of yourself. And this may not even be reconnecting with a part of yourself. This could just be inviting a new version of yourself, and that was clarified by two queens. So they could feel like Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So they could feel like whilst they're trying to reconnect with you, they feel like you're trying to get into, I don't know how to characterize this, maybe an abundant energy, maybe to do with your career or your work, or maybe just your independence as a whole. They could feel like that is more important to you right now. So we also have get into the driver's seat of your life. So that was clarified by the Chariot. They feel like you don't want anyone to have control over you, your life, your decisions. They do feel like you are more so wanting to be free and for no one to really have that control over you. And they question whether or not you can balance that and them. So we have love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. Yeah, so they definitely want to renew their connection with you. And they do feel like you both love each other as well. So we also have spiritual or religious community, join with like-minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. So it feels like they want you to join their community, I don't know if it's their friend group or it's their family, but they do want you to be maybe more involved with their life. but specifically a community they're a part of or a family, you know. Okay, so we also have silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. So they do think that you overthink a lot and that you do need to calm your mind. This could also have to do with trust as well. So we have family issues. For some of you, they feel like you are going through family issues. They could feel like you have issues with maybe a masculine, maybe a dad. Especially if your dad could be a water sign for some of you. Or maybe they're very emotional or reactive. But they feel like you aren't feeling connected to your family. For some of you though, so if that resonates, then please take that message. But for some of you, it could be that they feel like it's coming out as they feel like you could be creating issues in their family. So we also have, I know you still think about me, how could you not? So maybe some of you are actually asking about an ex. Yeah, but they feel like you both are or feel connected to each other, that you both still think about each other. We also have insecure. So they feel like you both have insecurities. Maybe they feel like you both have insecurities about each other. We also have nothing will stand in my way. So they feel like nothing will stand in their way from making their way back to you. Maybe overcoming the challenges that you could have in your relationship. Maybe even in regards to someone being stubborn. We also have, I don't think this is going to work. So they definitely do have their doubts about whether or not their relationship to you will work out. I mean, they want it to, but it really does depend on you. That was clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So if any of you are in, a very independent energy, then that could be the source of their doubts. I feel like source of their doubts could be maybe a bit too strong, but they could just feel like maybe you don't want it to work. Or just that certain things between you both are going to be very difficult. So we have, you are so fudge and sexy. So yeah, they are extremely attracted to you. We also have, don't take it personal. So they feel like you could take certain things that they say too personal. but they definitely realize that maybe they are the ones that need to tone it down, or that they just should tone it down, especially if you don't like it. And finally, we have let's piss off the neighbors, don't hold back. So they also feel like you, maybe them, shouldn't let external influences, opinions get in the way of your relationship and moving forward with each other. So yeah, they definitely feel like like you both shouldn't hold back from each other because of other people or outside situations. But that is all I have for this group. I do hope it could resonate, be helpful, but I'm wishing you all the best. Okay, take care. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this group, then this reading is for you. The person on your mind, will your relationship to them evolve into commitment? So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So I do have to say that I feel like the answer is no. It won't evolve into serious commitment. It feels like they don't want anything serious for right now, not just with you, but just in general. They are emotionally closed off and unavailable. And for some of you, that was clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. They could actually come across as very loving, as very emotionally available, but it feels like once you kind of go down that rabbit hole with them, you will kind of realize that they aren't the most available emotionally. It feels like for a lot of you, they could be showing you the best version of themselves right now. For some of you, it could be, that you're waiting for this person to change. And it feels like they do care about you, but they won't be able to give you what you want. It feels like they are in a selfish energy as well. They only care about themselves and they aren't changing anytime soon. And it feels like they will lead you on. And I don't see this being intentional or unintentional, but they will take whatever you offer them. You know what I mean? Um, so if you're offering them unconditional love, care, money, protection, stability, they will take it, and it will seem it will even seem like you guys are already in a committed relationship, but that was clarified by the devil. It just doesn't feel. It just feels like they will take it, you know, without really having the intention of giving you what it is you're looking for. So it feels like ultimately they will end up draining the hell out of you, your energy, your love, resources, whatever it may be. For some of you, this is something that they could already be doing, and they will continue to do so if you don't cut the cord with them. It also feels like they hold some resentment towards you. Why do they hold resentment towards you though? It feels like they hold some resentment towards you because you know what you want. You could be gorgeous and you just have a lot to offer. And even though they would kind of take, they also hold this resentment towards you. Even if you were to be in a serious commitment, it feels like they will eventually make you very unhappy, you know? It feels like it will come to a point where you will feel emotionally unfulfilled. you know. And for some of you, they will have you, or not, I don't know if it's them or the relationship connection you have to them, but it will end up making you dislike yourself, you know. Um, and it will just be an unhealthy and codependent relationship. And for some of you here, this is not for everyone, but you may start drinking again or drinking more. So we have dance, move to the rhythm of your soul. It feels like the person you're asking about genuinely makes you happy right now, you know? It just feels like the future of your connection with them isn't really hopeful. For some of you, this person could currently be talking to other people. I don't know if that's acceptable in the relationship connection you have to them, especially if you aren't official. Um, but I don't know if they're telling you another thing. So yeah, please take what makes sense. Do you have more from that dance card? But there is so much about you that this person likes, you know? They like the way you move. If you dance with this person, or if you just dance in general. For some of you, it may not even have anything to do with dancing at all. It could just be the way you walk, you know? But yeah, they feel like you are extremely desirable. And it feels like they will try to keep their connection to you, even if they don't have intentions of giving you what you want or what you deserve. It feels like, sorry, I just smell burnt toast. That's so random. And no one's cooking toast in my house, you know. But anyways, that's so weird. Anyways, okay. And none of my windows are open. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, okay. I can't remember what I was saying now. So yeah, let's move on. So we have dog, be your own best friend. So it feels like some of you really do feel connected to this person. Like you could feel like they are your best friend. You could feel like they're loyal to you and you're loyal to them. I mean, it just feels like it won't last forever, you know? So that was clarified by judgment and then the tower. So there could be a moment. Yeah. So I was just asking and clarifying whether you should just enjoy the time you have with them, because it feels like you feel really connected to them and it feels like they actually show you that care. Maybe you guys are really good friends and maybe you connect on that level as well. And I wanted to see if you should just enjoy your time with them while you have it, you know? But it's actually coming out as you should leave this person and you should cut the cord with them, you know, for your own sake, like even if it doesn't feel that way now. Okay. But yeah, but obviously, you know, do you. But anyways, we have value your self-worth. So it feels like you're actually being encouraged, you know, advised to focus on yourself. I don't know if this is focus on your self-worth. if any of you do have insecurities, confidence issues, then you're definitely being encouraged to work through those things first. It feels like someone wants to remind you how precious you are, how special you are as well, and you just shouldn't settle for less, really, okay? You're also being encouraged to embrace your independence, you know, with the Nine of Pentacles coming out. And if you find yourself maybe always in relationships, or maybe, you know, dating when you aren't in a relationship, maybe like you're looking for, like maybe always looking for that companion, you're just being encouraged to, yeah, to focus on yourself, you know? Appreciate yourself. But anyways, we also have let yourself feel all of your emotions. So if you've been hiding your emotions, if you've been bottling up your emotions, you're being encouraged to not do that, you know, and to let it out, process it, feel it, you know, even if it hurts, just sit in that for a little while, you know. So yeah, you're definitely being encouraged to honor your emotions more. Is that in relation to this relationship? And this may not even be in relation to the relationship you're currently asking about. This could just be in general. We also have happy life, live a less guarded life. So I don't know if you're going to resonate with this or not, but you're being encouraged to find happiness, find peace and love in your life without someone else, you know. Being single as shit, you know, who cares? But you're being encouraged to find that happiness on your own first, okay? Especially if that is something you struggle with, okay? So we have here, there are so many things left unsaid. So this person could be out of your life already. Maybe things aren't as heavy or as full on, or, you know, invested as it was in the past, and maybe you do feel like there is a lot of unfinished business with this person. But if you are currently separated, if this person isn't in your life, you're being encouraged to, you know, try, I don't know if maybe some of you guys need closure, you know, but you're being encouraged to find that closure on your own. Shit, you could even get closure from this person, but whether or not they will keep it real with you is a different story, you know. But yeah, you know what, you're actually being encouraged to say how you feel, you know, get it off your chest if you can, if you want to. That could actually help a healing process that some of you may need to go through. Do you have more from this card? Some of you could feel like you didn't fully express yourself with this person, and maybe you feel the need to do that, or just to speak to them. And let me see. So some of you are being encouraged to do that if that's something you feel called to do. But after that, you're being encouraged to cut the cord, you know. So say everything you need to say, okay? But yeah. So we also have you impress me more and more each day. So it feels like for some of you in this group, for the majority of you, all of you, shit, but you have so much to offer, and this person sees your worth, but it feels like you may not fully value what you bring to the table. But the thing is, what you bring to the table is so much. Like, someone it should be so freaking happy and lucky and, content having you in their life. But it just feels like this person won't appreciate you on that level, you know? So we also have undone. So it feels like this person will keep you around. It feels like they will entertain you, but it feels like on a mental or emotional or spiritual level, they can be like disconnected and a bit done with the relationship they have with you, or just relationships in general. We also have I miss you. So the person you're asking about, they feel like you miss them. It doesn't really feel like they return that sentiment, but they do recognize that you could miss them. You also have passion. So that was clarified by the strength card. They could still have a lot of sexual desire for you. That was clarified by the Knight of Wands as well. But for some of you, that is where their feelings for you, I don't want to say stops, but yeah, like that could be what they are more so focused. Let me see. It doesn't even really feel like they're focused on this. Are they? Let me see. No, it doesn't really feel like they're focused on this, but when they think of you or their feelings for you are emotionally stemmed around intimacy, physical, attraction and passion. So we also have, is it worth it? So it feels like this person questions whether or not you are worth it, but it feels like they feel that way about a lot of people, and not just you, if that makes sense. Maybe they feel like our relationships as a whole worth it for them. They just feel like maybe you aren't the person for them, like the person that they're looking for. We also have I can feel you at a distance. But this person does still feel connected to you. And we also have tell me what it's going to take to make you mine. So if you were to move forward with this person, they would be maybe possessive over you, maybe controlling. That was clarified by the Ten of Wands. So I don't know if they would put a lot on your plate, like put a lot on your shoulders. It feels like they will kind of just leave you feeling drained. Again, they will take and take whatever you have to offer. But yeah, that is all I have though for this group. I do hope it could be helpful. I'm wishing you all the best. Okay, take care.